Hi, welcome to my channel, The Awakening Empress. My name is Diana, and I help people who've been in toxic relationships set healthy boundaries and love themselves so that they can feel whole again. Now, in this video, I may speak Spanglish, and if you like it and you resonate with it, great. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you, but I have to listen to my intuition and what I feel called to say, whether it's in English or Spanish. So I hope that you will stick around and watch this video. In this video, I will share 3 tips, very important tips for setting healthy boundaries while dating, especially after you've left a toxic relationship. Now, the first tip when you are starting to date or you just feel called, hey, I'm ready to meet new people. First tip, listen to your intuition. Your intuition will never guide you wrong. If someone is trying to set you up and you do not feel the chemistry or you don't feel that you really want to go out and meet this person, listen to it. It won't steer you wrong. When you go against what your intuition is telling you, then that's when we allow ourselves to get with the wrong person, be with someone who may not be as energetic. I will use that word in that energetic field that you may be in. So you may be more advanced with your spiritual self, with your spiritual practice, and the person that you may start dating or get to know may not be in that same frequency, which means that you will not be able to receive as you will be pouring into that other person. Another way where you might not listen to your intuition, but you're like, you know what? I still want to just give it a try. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You may go on one date and you may see, hey, this person really isn't for me for whatever the reason, right? Maybe that person reminds you of your ex. That's something that you may want to steer away from, right? Um, Another might be that maybe you don't want the same goals. You want different goals. That's why you have to listen to your intuition because it will tell you whether or not someone resonates with you. Another way would be if, let's say that you may have similar interests, but as you maybe go on 2, 3, 4 dates, maybe you really don't. Maybe you are a bright light and that person is just attracted to that. Again, after we leave a toxic relationship and we work on our inner self, en nuestro entorno, other lights, other beings will be attracted to you. Why? Because our light, our bright light, not only attracts the same vibration, but it also attracts individuals who are not vibrating as high. So they want to be with someone who's going to feed into their light so that they can feel better about themselves, or maybe just drain you completely. And that'll bring you back into that cycle of being in a toxic relationship. So I will say it again. Tip number 1, listen to your intuition. It will not steer you wrong. Tip number two, ask questions. I cannot stress that enough to my coaching clients. I don't care if you have a notebook with 1,000 questions until you feel sure as a person can actually get, that all of your questions were answered, but not only just answered, right? Because there are some dudes or gals that will check off every list, but their actions completely tell a different story. So ask questions. You might get to your fifth question and you're like, nah, I don't need to date this person anymore because not only is my intuition telling me, but now they're not even meeting my requirements on what it is that I'm looking for in my next relationship, or even just to date. It doesn't have to be in a full fledged relationship. Who do you want to date? You've done healing. Don't accept just anybody to come into your life, to come into your space. Why? Because it will mess up your energy. It will drain your energy. It will play tricks on you, right? Then you're going to start questioning yourself. Well, should I continue dating him? Maybe not, because he really doesn't check off my list. His actions aren't really proving what he says. Those are reasons why. When you allow people into your space that are not whole, not energetically cleansed, their negative vibes will come into you, will come into your home if you invite that person into your house. And negative energy is always looking for that positive light, for that high vibing person energy. And then you're going to have to do more work on getting rid of or cutting that cord of that individual. And it's going to delay maybe you meeting the person of your dreams, the one that God has destined for you. So ask your questions and ask every question that you feel called to ask. Ask about what is their favorite foods. Maybe they eat foods that turn your stomach. So you don't have to tolerate that, right? Maybe ask them, what is their spiritual practice? What are their beliefs? What goals do they have? And do they align with what your goals are? Again, it's important to ask these questions because you should not have to lower your standards to meet someone at theirs. You have done the healing work. You have worked through your inner child traumas, your wounds, your relationships that you've had that they have failed, whether they were romantic in nature or not, right? Because we build relationships all the time, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's with your neighbors, whether it's with your children's school. Relationships are always being built, whether they last or they don't. So you want to ask those questions. What are their sexual preferences? That is important too. Maybe you love to have oral sex, but the person that you're dating is turned off by it. So again, you do not have to lower yourself to date someone. to meet someone, to have a relationship with someone. Maybe that person also doesn't want to have kids, or maybe they want more kids, and maybe you're done. Maybe you can't. Maybe you've tried and you've given up. Maybe you want to adopt. Maybe you want to be a foster parent. We don't know. These are all questions that are valid. These are all questions that are so important for you, for you to be able to meet the perfect divine counterpart that God Almighty has for you. And when we shy away from asking these questions, then again, you're not being true to yourself. You're not being authentic to who God wants you to be, who your spirit guides are there being your champion. Come on, giving you those little hints. Maybe it's a song that you heard. Maybe it's in a book that a book that you're reading. Maybe it's a phrase that you hear or someone tells you. Don't ignore those signs. Ask the questions. Do not be shy about it. This is your life. You've done the healing work. I can't stress that enough. Be authentic. Be you and be real. Don't be embarrassed. That embarrassment part, just take that word and literally put it in the recycling bin. Put it out in the trash, because that holds us up from being who we are meant to be, who we are meant to be right now, not just in the future, but who we're meant to be now. And don't allow that to stop you from asking questions. Ask bold questions. You've done the healing. You know who you want to be with, who you are attracting, because I hope by now, not only have you written your list of questions by following your intuition, right? Tip number 1, but also by manifesting it, by speaking it out into the universe, so that the universe and your spirit guides and Lord Almighty know that, hey, Carla, she's ready. Yes. Robert, he's been praying for the woman or man of his dreams, his divine counterpart, her divine counterpart, to come into their lives. So don't be shy and ask your questions. Be bold about it. Okay? Before I go into tip number 3, if you have enjoyed this content so far, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you. Thank you for watching up until this point, and I hope you continue until the end. I will definitely be putting up another video later on today, so please keep watch over that. And my tip number 3, which I think it's, again, all these 3 tips are super important, but this third one is like the icing on the cake, and it's to learn to walk away. Yep, I've said it. After you've listened to your intuition, after you have asked your questions, your bold freaking questions, and they still do not meet your requirements, because again, you're not going to lower your standards to meet someone at theirs. No, you're not going to do that. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to walk away. How do you do that? You're going to talk to the individual, whether by text, by call, by email, pick one. And you're going to tell them, and you're going to share your honest and raw feelings and your intentions. I know with this new, I think it's the millennials, they just hook up and they leave without really formally ending whatever cycle or situationship or relationship or whatever you want to call it. And I don't agree with that. Why? Because of your energy. When we don't cut ties physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally with someone, that stays in your energy field. I'm a big believer and I coach my clients on ending those cycles or those ties with the individuals or maybe the places. Maybe it's at work and you know that it's time to cut the cord and to leave. So it's important to cut the ties. Why? Because it cleanses your spirit, your energy field, and also karma. I'm a big believer of karma, whether it's good or bad. What you do is going to affect you. How you do things, how you say things, how you start things, how you end things, how you live your day to day life, it's all going to affect you. So, tip number 3 again, learn to walk away. Connect with that person, communicate with them, and just be real, be honest. Say, listen, you know, we're not seeing eye to eye. Maybe that's what it is. Listen, we really don't have anything in common. And I just don't want to continue dating you. That's okay. Or you don't want to continue being in a situationship, right? Of friends with benefits. Maybe you're done with that. Why? Because you're elevating. Your energy is rising. Your vibration is just much higher. So you don't want to vibrate lower, right? Because that's going to take you back. That's going to take your healing process, your moving forward process even further back. And you've done too damn much work to lower yourself and allow yourself to be in a situationship. Okay? That's another thing. But just communicate. It's not going to cost you anything, but it sure as hell going to give you more better energy, better positive vibes, better alignment with who you are, better alignment with connecting to your higher self, listening to your intuition, because again, it's not going to steer you wrong. And there's nothing wrong with walking away from that which does not serve you. I have some content on that on my website. Please feel free to visit there, subscribe for my mailing list. I am on IG and TikTok at the Awakening Empress, where I do lives and just share some other quick, important tidbits on connecting with your highest self, on walking away from what no longer serves you so that you can live your best abundant life, because you are here to serve you, not humans. You're not here to sacrifice your life for someone else. And my wish for you is to listen to your intuition, to ask questions, and to learn to walk away. Now, besides being a coach, I am also a Reiki master, and I will be sending you Reiki healing for anybody who's watching this video. Know that you will be receiving energy, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.